Hello, hello, hello. How we doing today, guys? We are in lesson number 13, all right? And we are in your entrance slips, so Unit 1, Topic C entrance slips. Okay, so what we've got going on here is we're still writing out our equation. So we're still going to see that y equals kx. Now, what's going to happen here is because there's really not a set independent dependent, we're using what we call let statements, which means we get to call it what we want. So in this particular case, I'm going to call the dry mix the x and the water the y. And so we call it let statements because we're going to say let x equal the dry mix. All right. And we're going to say let y equal the water. So what that means now is when we go to find our constant is y divided by x. I'm going to go through my table and figure, okay, here we go. There's where I've got a y and I've got an x. So now I can end up using that information and I can use it to solve the other pieces of the puzzle. And it's because everything here is proportional. So constant is going to be 10 over 75. And again, 10 because that's the y, and again, it's in the y column that's there. Simplify that down, we'll divide it by 5. We got ourselves 2/15. So what I've got here is I've got an equation relating the dry mix and the water pounds of y equals 2/15 x. Now I can solve for anything as long as I know the x or the y. So if we look at what we've got here for the very first one, I've got an 8. And 8 is with the y. So it's going to be 8 equals 2/15 x. And then we'll solve our equation. So we could multiply both sides by 15 halves. Oh my goodness, we got ourselves some cross division here, people. All right. So 15 halves, look at that, divide it. Yeah, so 15 times 4, that's 60. All right, so 60 equals our x. 60, that's there. All right. When it comes down to the 4 and the 1/2, okay, well, I can still use my equation. Y equals 2/15 x. But this time, that 4.5 is under the x. So we'll plug in the 4.5 where the x is at. Sorry, I want to keep these in order there. So 2/15 times the 4.5. So we'll use our multiplying with fraction skills. We'll get ourselves an improper fraction. Oh my goodness, more cross division. Look at that. So we get ourselves 9/15. So, 9/15. All right. So to find the total, well, we're just adding them together. So that'll get it taken care of. All right, that'll get it taken care of. What we're missing though is this particular information because I'm missing an X and I'm missing a Y. So what I can actually end up doing is I can go to a different part of the problem and I can make myself a new let statement. All right. So now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to let, all right, the total equal y. And I could make it equal to x. It doesn't make a difference, but it's being consistent here with my let statement. And this time I'm going to let the water, all right, I'm going to let the water equal my x. So I can come into my table and now I can pull just this information. Y divided by x. So that's an 85 over a 10. I can simplify, divide by 5. All right. So 17 halves. So I've got my equation of y equals 17 halves. So what that allows me to do now is, 14 and 1, 6. Wait, that's the total. I called that, we call that the y. So you're going to plug the 14 and 1, 6 in for the y. Again, we're consistently solving one-step equations at here. If you're grabbing a calculator here to do the 14 times 6, all right. Let's see here, 6, 84, 85, 6. Yeah, all right. Equals 17 halves x. Multiply by the reciprocal. Like I said, if you're grabbing a calculator here, I'm not going to be too worried about it. I got 85 first. Let me know what you think about that. All right. See if that makes sense. Um, we should kind of see pattern wise of the size of what we're looking into it there regarding the totals, that kind of stuff. So yeah, you can put it in the table and you can solve for the rest. Don't worry about solving the rest right now. You're going to get into that in your class work today. Excuse me. All right, everyone, enjoy.